Hello, Louisa Whitney from LKW Family Mediation here. Now, if you've seen the title of this video about what does mediation and weaning babies have in common, then you may be feeling a bit confused. But I've been thinking a lot lately about my approach to mediation and the way that I do mediation and my approach, which is very much to tailor the process to the clients that are in mediation with me at that moment. And when I was explaining this to someone the other day, it really resonated with me that it was a similar experience I had when I was weaning my two children. Now, if I can explain a bit more, I felt when I was doing this really stuck in terms of looking at books which told you what you should do next, which fruit should be liquidised or which vegetables should be liquidised. And what was a turning point for me in making that whole process of weaning more pleasurable, because I think it's a wonderful thing introducing children to food, and I wanted it to be a pleasurable thing. And what really struck me was that there were certain rules about what you couldn't do, and really anything else was okay, and it was a question of trial and error and seeing what worked. And that is very much the approach that I take to mediation, in that there are certain rules that are sacrosanct in the mediation process, and those are all set out in the Family Mediation Council Code of Conduct. And no mediator should be thinking of doing anything that is against those rules, because they are there for the protection of clients and in some cases for the protection of the mediator. But assuming that whatever is going to be done in mediation isn't in breach of those rules, you can do anything in mediation. And that's where my approach comes in, of tailoring the process to clients. And the initial meetings are really about me finding out what do the clients need from me? What are their issues? What do they feel need to be sorted out? How difficult are things for the clients at the moment? Are things really tense? Are there things that they're finding it particularly difficult to talk about? Are there other issues going on? Sometimes people are going through a separation and there's a family bereavement, or they find that their job is under threat, or they're made redundant. And all of these things can make an issue that is already difficult and challenging and emotional all the more difficult, and stretch people's ability to cope, because everybody has a coping point and a point at which there is too much pressure to deal with. I also talk to clients about what they're open to in the initial meetings. Counselling is a really good example there, whether people have had counselling, whether it's something they would be open to doing in the future. But other things, I have an awful lot of tools that I can suggest to people where they feel they are stuck, and it really helps me to know which of the tools I can suggest to clients. What might they be prepared to consider? Is there anything that they think is a no-no? So I hope that helps explain mediation and the parallels that I see between mediation work and weaning babies. And if you do want any more information, then please go to my website, because there's lots and lots of information on there. If you can't find an answer to a specific question, then I'm always happy to answer emails or phone calls from people to direct you to where you can get the support that you need. So thank you for watching this video.